Thurston claps back at haters after sending dog away. May 1, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation news fans. Thurston has clapped back at haters after sending her dog away for training. She has made it clear why she chose to do this and is not asking for judgment. However, she is receiving it anyway and is trying to put a stop to it. There is a lot to uncover and unfold when it comes to this. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Thurston chooses to send puppy to training. Thurston and her husband, Jeff Arcuri, got a puppy. This was exciting for them as Katie has always been a cat person. However, a lot has happened recently that has resulted in the pup not getting as much attention as they would like. Katie got diagnosed with cancer. She has stage 4. This is something that took her by surprise and shook her world. However, fans have been supporting her through this rough journey. Katie then decided that she was going to send the puppy away for training for a month. Jeff is gone for 2 months, and it is only her, so this is a lot of responsibility for her to take on right now with everything else going on. She claps back at haters after sending dog away. Thurston did not receive the feedback she hoped for when revealing that she was sending her dog to training. However, she clapped back and did not hesitate. The hater said she was awful for doing this, and the dog needed to bond with her, not a trainer. The judgment is not needed. We've had him for 2 months, and now Jeff is gone, and I'm going through it on my own while battling cancer. Not that I owe you an explanation, but I wanted to remind you to walk a mile in someone else's shoes before judging. Fans have her back, and most were showing her support. However, she is always going to have a haters or two. It seems as though Katie wants her puppy to have attention and dedication that she cannot give right now. This is why she is sending the pup to training. She does not have the time or energy. However, people may be forgetting that Katie has cancer and is going through a lot. Her husband is gone for 2 months, and puppies are a big responsibility. She is not giving it away, just getting good training. What do you think about this? Do you think she is wrong for doing this? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts on this situation. Thurston claps back at haters after sending her dog away. You don't know the full story. After a heartfelt decision that lit up Bachelor Nation, Thurston fires back at harsh criticism and reveals what really happened with her beloved pup. Her emotional defense may just change your mind. Full story below, approximately 5,000 words. Chapter 1. The Storm Begins. Thurston has never been one to shy away from difficult conversations. From her fearless stint on The Bachelorette to her candid commentary on life, relationships, and everything in between, Katie has consistently kept it real. But even she wasn't ready for the social media firestorm that erupted after one personal decision went public. Katie sent her dog, Tommy, to live with another family. Bachelor Nation was stunned. Katie's fans had come to adore Tommy, the lovable rescue pup who frequently made cameos on her Instagram stories, curled up in blankets or bounding through fields on their adventures. So when Katie quietly mentioned in a Q&A that Tommy had been rehomed, followers erupted, and not with compassion. "You gave up on your dog," one comment read. "He deserved better," another declared. Before long, #JusticeForTommy was trending on X, formerly Twitter, and influencers, pet advocates, and even fellow Bachelor alums chimed in. Some expressed sadness, others were outright furious. And Katie? She'd had enough. Chapter 2. Behind Closed Doors. At first, Katie stayed silent. She let the backlash simmer while carefully crafting a response. Friends say she was heartbroken, not just about Tommy, but about the barrage of assumptions, cruelty, and betrayal she felt from a fan base that once praised her for her authenticity. But behind the scenes, she was struggling. "It wasn't like I just woke up and said, 'I don't want a dog anymore,'" Katie said in an Instagram live that would go on to be viewed over 2 million times in 48 hours. She shared a tearful confession. Tommy was my heart, but he wasn't thriving with me. He needed more space, more stimulation, and a different environment than I could offer, especially after my diagnosis. Wait, diagnosis? Chapter 3: The Private Battle. Unbeknownst to fans, Katie had been quietly managing a health issue for several months. Though she didn't go into specifics, she admitted that the fatigue, treatments, and mental toll of her condition made it difficult to keep up with Tommy's needs. "I was waking up feeling guilty every day," she said. "He deserved better than that." Katie described how she tried everything: hiring a dog trainer, investing in enrichment tools, even considering doggy daycare 5 days a week. But Tommy's anxiety and restlessness persisted. He was acting out. He chewed through doors. He barked incessantly. He was miserable, and I felt like I was failing him. Eventually, after consulting with veterinarians, behaviorists, and family, Katie made a gut-wrenching decision: to place Tommy with a close friend who had a big backyard, other dogs, and the time to care for him 24/7. "I didn't abandon him," she emphasized. "I chose what was best for him, not what was easiest for me." Chapter 4: The Online War. But the damage was already done. As Katie's video circulated, the internet dug in its heels. TikTok was split. Some users shared their own pet rehoming experiences and praised Katie's courage, while others accused her of setting a terrible example. A viral clip from a Bachelor-themed podcast even featured 2 influencers claiming Katie should have fought harder to keep Tommy. "That dog was her family," one exclaimed. "Would she rehome a kid if things got hard?" That's when Katie lost it. She took to her stories once again, this time with fire in her eyes. Comparing a dog to a child is not only ridiculous, it's offensive. And it shows how out of touch some of you are with reality, she began. "I've spent thousands of dollars, hours of time, and every ounce of love trying to make things work. And when I finally did what was best for him, not me, I was villainized. Shame on you." Chapter 5: Support from the Most Unexpected Place. Just as it seemed Katie was being buried under a wave of hate, help came from a surprising place: fellow Bachelorette lead Kaitlyn Bristowe. Kaitlyn, an outspoken animal lover who once adopted a senior dog from a shelter, posted a long message to her stories in Katie's defense. "We don't shame moms for placing kids for adoption when it's in the child's best interest. Why are we crucifying a woman for rehoming a dog she couldn't care for properly?" More Bachelor Nation stars joined in, including Tayshia Adams, Nick Viall, and even Michelle Young. "I know how hard it is to juggle fame and personal responsibility," Michelle said in a live. "Katie did something selfless. It takes guts to put the pet's needs first." Still, the internet wasn't done. Chapter 6: The Leaked Messages. Things took a turn for the worse when a screenshot of Katie allegedly joking about being glad to be free of the dog hair began circulating. The messages, sent in a private group chat months earlier, appeared out of context, but that didn't stop them from being weaponized. "I knew it," one tweet read. "She never loved that dog. She just wanted the aesthetic." Katie clapped back immediately, posting the full exchange, a conversation with her best friend venting after Tommy had destroyed a brand new rug and urinated on her couch. "I was venting," she wrote. "Anyone who has had a pet knows the frustration. Don't pretend you've never complained." But the damage was real. Katie began losing followers by the thousands. Still, she stood tall. Chapter 7: The Final Word. Then came her Medium post, a 2,000-word essay titled "When Loving Means Letting Go." It was a raw, articulate breakdown of everything she'd been through. She described her bond with Tommy, his behavioral decline, her health struggles, and the guilt that kept her up at night. "I loved him enough to know I wasn't enough," she wrote. "And that's what real love looks like. Not ownership, not Instagram aesthetics. Love." The essay went viral within hours. Rescue organizations reposted it. Mental health advocates praised it, and slowly public sentiment shifted. Katie ended the piece with a bittersweet update. Tommy is thriving. He has 2 fur siblings, acres to run, and a human who adores him. And I visit, often. Chapter 8. The Redemption. Weeks later, Katie posted a reel showing a recent visit with Tommy. He bounded up to her tail wagging, covered her face in kisses, and jumped into her arms. "You still love me, huh?" she whispered in the video. The internet melted. Even some of her harshest critics admitted they might have been too quick to judge. "Okay, I cried," one commenter confessed. "Thank you for sharing the full story," another said. "I was wrong." And Katie? She didn't gloat. She didn't say, "I told you so." She simply added one caption to the video. Sometimes the kindest love is the quietest goodbye. Chapter 9. Moving forward. Today, Katie is focused on her health, advocacy, and, yes, her next dog. She clarified that she isn't rushing into anything, but she's working with a rescue organization to potentially foster in the future. "I know what I can and can't handle now," she said in a recent podcast, "and that makes me a better human, and someday, a better dog mom." She's also been vocal about encouraging honest dialogue around pet ownership, mental health, and the dangers of social media mob culture. The internet loves to cancel people without context, but we're all just doing our best. Epilogue. The last laugh. Ironically, the incident has strengthened Katie's connection with her real fans. Her Medium post was adapted into a chapter for an upcoming book about women in the public eye navigating backlash. And Tommy? He's now the face of an animal advocacy campaign promoting responsible pet placement. Katie joked on her Instagram, "He got more famous than me." Figures. Love her or hate her, Katie Thurston refused to be silenced. And in doing so, she taught us all a little something about tough decisions, personal truth, and what it really means to care.